Eric Keller here, Enthusiast Auto Group. Today we're in EAG's paint correction and photo studio, and we've got another assembly of new arrivals, a couple first looks and several cars that are just getting ready to go to the website. And I wanted to take you for a quick lap through these cars, give you a quick overview on the history, mainly a 1988 M6 that is a one-owner car, but we're going to spend most of our time on a 2002 E39 M5, also a one-owner car. This is where the magic happens. If you ask Wes there in the background as he's washing his personal car, he has just finished about a week-long paint correction, maybe a little longer than that, on this M6. And well, the proof is in the the visual. I've turned the camera up a bit here, and it looks like that it's coming through quite clearly. At least it is on my screen, because this car looks frankly better than new. It is lived most of its life in the eastern seaboard, which paint doesn't usually survive this well, especially given the rain and fallout, and this car obviously just hasn't really seen much of that. Otherwise we'd see a lot more pitting in the paint. I certainly wanted to take this opportunity to give you a really good overview and show you kind of that fresh finished EAG product after a paint correction and a ceramic coating. A couple layers of ceramic, I'm sure. Of course, we've got the little filler BMW strip that's a hard little bit of kit to obtain. It's an all-stock car that has a really, really cool bit of kit that, frankly, I don't know that we've ever had one of these. This is a BMW installed and branded radar detection system. And it's in the records, it's in the paperwork. I have not seen a radar detector with a logo on it before. As an 88 US car, you will see the airbag. A lot of guys love the airbag. Their wives love the airbag. Other guys that don't worry, we can certainly change that and put a different Euro steering wheel on there, or an M-Tech 1. That's not a huge thing to get hung up on. It is a rear air conditioning car, as all of the US cars are. And of course a half-line interior with the vinyl dash and the leather stitched headliner. Really just a gorgeous, gorgeous car. 42,801 miles, all numbers matching. Just a real sweetheart of a car. If this is something of interest to you, you know what to do. A lot of guys might recognize. I'd like to know the name and the facility, or the guy probably, that's his signature for the pinstriping. I've had that on what seems like 50 cars at least from this era, and that was a dealer add-on accessory, and certainly one that is very, very familiar to me, at least in that little signature there. So stickers. This is the main car I really wanted to talk about in this video. I've nicknamed this car Stickers because, well, the original owner of the car was certainly a fan of stickers in a lot of ways, and the right kind of stickers, frankly. Under the hood, he put a service stamp or sticker for every time that he serviced the car himself, being that he was a very mechanically inclined guy and in the automobile industry, working as a warranty, if I remember correctly, a claims supervisor for a large franchise, either Honda or maybe Mitsubishi dealership. And he bought this car brand new, and the service history is absurd. There's 60, 70 pages, I guess I could go right there and show you, of documentation of stuff that he had done at the dealership under warranty, and some after the fact. And in addition to his standard scope service and maintenance, he passed all this stuff along to us. We've got the original BMW M Brochure, which is, I mean, how cool is this? Schumacher, this is just way cool. Just featuring obviously BMW's motorsport, and this was a big deal back then, and frankly I think it still is today. This is a really cool piece we're obviously going to pass along. We've got some brand new rubber floor mats that I guess if you don't drive it in the snow, you don't have to use those rubber floor mats, but he had them. The original window sticker showing 74,395 with the titanium silver on Silverstone, the electric rear shades, the folding seats, and the park distance control. And here in the service history, we have, I think, let's go back all the way to the very, very last one. There we go. And without flashing his personal info there, we've got 1,344 miles to have the 1,200 mile break-in service done. And let's see how much records there we have, double-sided. Yep, at least 60 pages probably. We're going to put a new set of kidney grills in once we do finish up all the work. We've got the original kidneys still in there, just with a couple tabs broken. We want to make sure we don't have to take them out to do any more final finish paint correction during the final delivery preparations. We've got the car cover, which probably would recommend using that once we do a paint correction and ceramic coating if the next owner opts to add that to this package. A lot of times we'll do it part of the rejuvenation program. A lot of times we'll do that as an add-on, just depends on the car. This one's kind of right on the cusp because it has only 34,000 miles. And well, we certainly can take the car to the next level, but it doesn't have a ton of imperfections. But if we get the light just right, we can see some very small scratches here and there. But overall, the paint condition on this car is really, really great, and it's all original panels, all original paint as the car arrived to EAG, original wheel finish as well. And the front license plate bracket that you did see there in the trunk, that was installed, being a front license plate state in the great state of New Jersey, and so the front bumper did have those lovely little holes. The wheels, though, being for original condition, really in great shape. There's a couple little nicks here and there, but nothing too terrible. We've got some older tires that are going to be updated with when we do the full rejuve, put some Michelin PS4s on there. But we're kind of halfway through with this car. We've done some of the cosmetics. We've done really none of the mechanical stuff yet. And frankly, it's good enough and clean enough. We're just going to go ahead and do the photography on the studio turntable there, get the car out there on the market, and we'll take care of all the fluids and filters and, of course, all of the other heavy lifting on the rejuve side of things once the car has a date on the calendar and a new home spoken for. But I mentioned stickers there earlier, and well, there's the 1,200 mile service that he still didn't want to take off, and the warning sticker, and I might as well pop the hood here in a second too. The leather has I don't think it's been through the full conditioning process yet too. We've got about a week-long leather conditioning process that we do that really is fantastic and leaving a super soft and supple seat. 34 to 79 on the clock. Titan trim. If you like the Titan trim, great. If you like the wood trim, just as fine. We certainly can change that out to either or go with the black Euro piano trim. We can update the steering wheel on this car as well, like the M6 conversation. There's not a lot that we can't do for you before delivering the car to you. The worst marks on the car, there's a couple small chips here and there. Like right there. The car did have clear bra. The clear bra did, though, save a lot of the forward-facing areas there on the original hood and fenders, and that is, again, original paint. The engine bay is really where the car earned that nickname. I think it's just so cool that good old Mr. Mitch, he had his own stickers made, and, well, he took a lot of pride in caring for his car, and the condition certainly speaks to that. This is the old school way of doing it, and a lot of guys are sitting there shaking their head like, I used to do that, or my dad used to do that. And well, you know what, Evan and I's dad did too. I guess maybe he got the idea from the original selling and servicing dealer there, JMK, maybe, or that's something he did with his previous cars prior to this M5 coming into his ownership and family. But it was a family member none the same, and it was really cool. He sent me a really nice picture of him literally kissing the car on the roof when it was heading out on delivery day. And I can't say it's the first time I've seen somebody send me that picture, but it doesn't take away from what it means and what it signifies. This car was a family member to him and his family, and he loved it to death, and I'm very thankful that we were able to bring the car into the EAG family of cars, and that's, you know, kind of what a couple of the other cars are here, like the Slick Top Comp. Congratulations, George. This is a super sweet car that is a family member. We've sold this car a couple times to some great enthusiasts, and I remember Mr. Howie up in Michigan that we sold this car to, and what a great guy and a great family. This car served him well for a long time, many years, and I'm sure it will serve you as just as well. And then, it pains me, but the no hump 6-speed Lime Rock, and people are like, what? We bought this car from the original owner. It's arguably the Lime Rock of all Lime Rocks, cloth interior, enhanced premium sound. We bought this car when it had about 4,000 miles from the original owner. I think this was a record-setting price of what we had paid for a Lime Rock up until that point in time. And we have a lot of great relationships with great clients, and well, he wanted the car back. His wife wanted the car back, and we couldn't say no any longer. It was a long courting process again, but you know, he was the first guy that we sold it to, and when it came back, we had to put it back into the EAG collection, knowing that we probably didn't really want to sell it the first time, but at the same point, you know, we can't keep them all, and sharing these cars is what the hobby's all about, and that's what honestly has made some really great friendships across the board, not just, you know, with EAG. I mean, you guys can relate to that. A lot of guys have owned the same car and share those cars. How many E92 M3s in total have you had?
I've lost count, Eric. A lot. 6? Maybe 6, 7.
And you've had about half and half DCT 6-speed.
Mm-hmm.
And
my first was the launch car, an 08 6-speed.
And what'd you have after that?
Another 6-speed.
And then after that?
DCT.
And then after that?
6-speed.
Okay, 3. And then what?
DCT.
Okay.
And now that's it. That's all.
You had 2 DCT Lime Rock stuff from us.
Yeah.
So you're
it's confusing.
So like 6. You're like 3 and 3.
Yeah. Half and half.
And I remember the Diamond Schwartz on Cardinal, like 3, you know, guys that all had the car together, and none of them could sell it without checking with the other guys first. And you know, that's the way to do it if you really love cars as much as we all do. And I'm sad to see the car go, but I know it's going to be going to a great home, and it's opened up another spot in the EAG super secret warehouse #1, as you might have saw in some of the earlier videos, for us to add a couple other interesting cars to enjoy, and maybe write some other cool chapters for their storylines. And that's exactly what this opportunity allowed us to do, and frankly why the GTS Plus E92 M3 is hanging out. And I'm enjoying that car thoroughly, and certainly looking forward to making some cool videos with that car along the way too. If you're interested in any of these cars as you see here today, I did skip over an EAG signature car here. This is the 03 with 74,000 miles. It's now obviously all prepared and ready to go through the studio. $46,990 buys this car. 20-some thousand dollars of EAG future proofing through the Rejuve program has been invested into that car on behalf of the previous and now soon to be next owner, Enthusiast. So if you're interested in any of these cars, certainly drop us a line. We'd love to have that conversation and keep them on the right path, and maybe it'll end up in your garage. So thanks for tuning in. Subscribe for more. See ya. 2 other cars in the studio today I wanted to briefly mention. Thank you, Mr. Chris out east, for the opportunity to rejuvenate not 1, not 2, but 3 black 5 Series cars for you. He is the original owner of that 528 Sport, and obviously that car means quite a lot to him. And we have just completed the Rejuve program and getting ready to put the finishing cosmetic touches on it, as well as this 88 M5 with a whole 35,000 miles on the car. And I think the E28 M5s started our conversations, and he had found this car, well, and I didn't. I was quite impressed, still am. Fantastic car. And he went through and spent quite a lot of money getting the car all dialed in to the best of his ability with the resources that he had available to him out that way, and was quite hesitant when we had the conversation about going through EAG's Rejuve program. How are you going to find anything to make the car better? And well, we did, and it will be a whole lot sweeter cosmetically when we're done, but mechanically it has gone through and checked the box, and so has this E28. And well, they are probably have never been in better shape than they are today, and will be here over the course of the next 7 to 10 days as we get those ready to go back on the truck and head back out east. Chris, thanks for the opportunity to rejuve these 3 cars for you, and the other E39 M5 out there that was on bat, and looking forward to many more fun cars with you in the future, and hopefully maybe one of these soon, huh? Yeah, maybe an M6 to go with the M5. That's probably just a matter of time.